Good evening and welcome to tonight's recognition program. I'm Dennis Peterson, Superintendent of Minnetonka Schools. We begin each regular school board meeting recognizing the outstanding accomplishments of students, staff, and community members for their positive impact on our district. Tonight we are recognizing amazing achievements in academics, extracurricular activities, and athletics. We will begin by recognizing 3 special awards presented by the National Merit Scholarship Corporation: the National African American Recognition Award, National Hispanic Recognition Award, and National Indigenous Recognition Award. These awards are given based on results from the junior year PSAT. Students who meet or exceed the score threshold are invited to complete an application and confirm a minimum GPA of 3.5. Many colleges sponsor scholarship awards for students who achieve these designations. Congratulations to the 7 Minnetonka High School seniors who have achieved the following honors. The National African American Recognition Award: Jordan Hollings, Corrine Kelling, Joshua McKinney, and Noreen Bogozelski. The National Hispanic Recognition Award: Adeline Diaz, Maria Viviana Gonzalez de la Cruz, and the National Indigenous Recognition Award: Lucy Kennedy. Next, we will recognize state-level achievements in 2 extracurricular science competitions, Science Bowl and Science Olympiad. Science Bowl competition is a fast-paced Q&A format similar to Jeopardy! Students are quizzed on questions in biology, chemistry, earth and space science, energy, mathematics, and physics. To excel the way our team did, students must truly have a well-rounded and comprehensive knowledge of the sciences. This year, the Science Bowl team placed 3rd at state. Congratulations to the following Science Bowl team members: Rory Cole, Elizabeth Morgan, William Walker, and Jerry Zhang. The Science Bowl team is advised by Allison Peterson. Founded in 1984, Science Olympiad is one of the premier science competitions in the nation. Modeled like a track and field meet, it features many events focused on different scientific disciplines, from chemistry and earth science to geology and mechanical engineering. This year's team placed 6th overall, and students earned many individual medals as well. Science Olympiad is advised by Joe Cassette, Timothy Kokish, and Allison Peterson. Let's learn more about Science Olympiad.
Hi, I'm Tim Kokish.
And I'm Joe Cassette.
We're the coaches of the Minnetonka High School Science Olympiad team.
Thanks for a great year. It was awesome seeing everyone compete. We got 6th place in state overall with some individual finishers as follows.
In 1st place, Astronomy, Rory Cole and Jerry Zhang. Codebusters, Rory Cole, Jerry Zhang, and Ethan Chen. Ornithology, Elsa Johnson and Joe Spuffington.
In 2nd place finishers in Anatomy and Physiology, Elizabeth Morgan and William Walker.
In 3rd place for Cell Biology, Elizabeth Morgan and Ethan Chen. And Dynamic Planet, William Walker and Nathan Sun.
And 4th place finishers overall in Chemistry Lab, William Walker and Rory Cole. Disease Detectives, Carmen Papp and Joe Spuffington. And It's About Time, Devin Moss and Elizabeth Morgan.
Thanks.
Congratulations to the following Science Olympiad students: Joss Buffington, Ethan Chen, Rory Cole, Brittany Dong, Jason Wong, Elsa Johnson, Devin Moss, Elizabeth Morgan, Carmen Papp, Maya Sandi, Nathan Sun, William Walker, and Jerry Zhang. The Music Listening Club is an extracurricular opportunity at Minnetonka High School. This year, 6 students qualified for the National Music Listening Competition as 2 teams of 3 students. The first team of students included Tyler Wazalewski, William Walker, and Serena Rebster. This team won the national competition. The second team of students included Mei-Ling Mather, Sonia Pillai, and April Wong. The Music Listening Club is advised by band director Miles Mortensen. Now we'll hear more about the team's accomplishments.
On behalf of the students and staff from the Minnetonka High School Band and Orchestra Program, I would like to congratulate our 2 music listening teams, Sonia, Mei-Ling, and April, and Tyler, Serena, and William, for their outstanding performance in both the regional and national high school music listening contests. Celebrating its 35th year, the Minnesota High School Music Listening Contest is a competition providing an ideal opportunity to enrich students' experiences with classical, ethnic, and popular music in a fun and competitive environment. In what has become a nationwide contest, students develop skills in active listening and critical analysis by learning to identify composers, cultures, music periods, and music styles. Both of the Minnetonka teams performed very well at the regional contests, with one of our teams achieving the highest score from all the regional contests, and our other team achieving the 5th highest score of all regional contests. At the national event on February 11th, Tyler, Serena, and William earned the highest score and achieved first place in this year's music listening contest. Again, congratulations to all of you. I am so very proud of both teams. You were amazing and a lot of fun to work with.
Congratulations again to each of you. One middle school student from Minnetonka Middle School West has been selected for the Minnesota Band Directors Association Honor Band. Congratulations to 7th grader Christian Garner for receiving this distinction. Christian's band teacher is Paul Rosen. Let's learn more about this award.
Hello, my name is Paul Rosen. I'm a 7th grade band director at Minnetonka Middle School West. I want to congratulate Christian Garner on his placement in the Minnesota Band Directors Association 6-8 Honor Band. This is a state-level ensemble for the top middle school band students in Minnesota. Placement in the group is a huge honor, but it's especially rare for a 7th grader to be placed in the ensemble. So we really want to congratulate Christian for a great job. We are very proud of his work and very proud of him. Wish him luck as he performs in the MBDA State Level Honor Band.
My name is Christian Garner and I'm a 7th grader at MMW. I'm proud that I made it into the Honor Band and I'm really looking forward to meeting other musicians and playing in an advanced group.
Next, we will recognize more of our winter sport athletes and teams who have qualified for their state tournaments. We began recognizing winter teams last month, and we have one additional video to share from a team we recognized in March. The varsity cheerleading team placed 2nd in state and 3rd in the nation for their routines, and we are excited to show a short video that highlights some of the team's accomplishments.
Congratulations, Minnetonka High School varsity cheer on another successful season. I'm very proud and humbled to be your coach. Watching you ladies grow so much as athletes and teammates from Denver moving forward was great to see and great to be a part of. You are a part of a special, unique group in that you're one of the youngest teams I've coached ever during my time here at Minnetonka, but yet you managed to put together 2 amazing routines that were able to turn heads at nationals, which is one of your goals. I wish you the very best in going forward and look forward to what our program has in store for the future, given that all of you are able to try out and potentially be a part of the team next year. Congrats, ladies.
Hi, my name is Megan Becker and I am a junior. One impactful moment would have to be hitting my first full out on the mat with my team. Hitting a routine with this team will definitely always be a favorite moment of every season that I have. I am most proud of all these girls because of how hard they have worked. It has not been an easy season due to sickness and injuries. They have all put in their blood, sweat, and tears for this team. Our prelims game day routine has probably been my most proudest performance. Every single girl on the mat brought their best energy and left it all out on the mat, and I am proud to be a part of Tonka Cheer.
Congratulations again, cheerleaders. Our gymnastics team had 2 students qualify for the state competition. Emma Callahan qualified in the uneven bars category. Elena Cantwell qualified in the vault category. The gymnastics team is coached by Christine Myers with assistant coaches Caitlin Schrader and Jack Myers. Now let's learn more about Minnetonka Gymnastics.
Hi, my name is Christine Myers. I'm the head gymnastics coach for Minnetonka High School. I want to congratulate all of our athletes on the gymnastics team this year for having a great season. In addition, I want to recognize 2 young ladies who really reached great heights. Sophomore Emma Callahan qualified for the Minnesota State High School League on uneven bars this year and did a great job. In addition, we also had junior Elena Cantwell, who qualified for the Minnesota State High School League meet on vault. Both of them had successful seasons and led our team to great places. I'm extremely proud of the Minnetonka High School gymnastics program. Great job, ladies.
Congratulations again to all. 4 Minnetonka wrestlers qualified for individual state tournament this year. Sophomore Charlie Palm qualified in the 113 weight category. Senior Peter Barrett qualified in the 138 weight category. Senior Anthony Chernick qualified in the 160 weight category. And sophomore Marco Christensen qualified in the 170 weight category. He placed 3rd overall in the tournament for his weight class. The wrestling team is coached by Josh Fry. Let's hear more about the wrestling season.
Hello, my name is Tony Chernick. I'm a senior at Minnetonka High School. Qualifying for the state tournament is one of my greatest achievements in the sport of wrestling. I had only started wrestling as a sophomore, and ever since I became obsessed. My main drive to the sport is the primal aspect of it. There is a winner and a loser, nothing in between. The wins are glorious, and the losses are heart-wrenching lessons. A reality we don't get to see often. I did everything in my power to vie for success. I would stay after practice, attend clinics, numerous summer programs, and watch countless hours of footage in order to get better. Finally, I can say I achieved my goal my senior year of qualifying for the state tournament and becoming captain. Through discipline, dedication, and hard work, everything had finally paid off. It was a feeling of pure joy. Wrestling for Minnetonka has undoubtedly made an impact on my life, and I will never forget the incredible experiences I shared. Thank you.
Congratulations to each wrestler for your accomplishments. Boys swimming and diving had a strong season, with the team taking 1st at the True Team State Championship and 3rd at the Minnesota State High School League Championship. The team also had 1 individual event champion, Carson Whitty, in the 100-yard breaststroke. The team is coached by Minnetonka Aquatics Director John Bradley with support from diving coach Sam Freitas and assistant coaches Wes Schultz and Sarah Bilski. The team was also supported by student managers Lucy Beecher, Addie Diaz, and Nadia Helm. Now let's learn more about the season.
Hi everyone, my name is John Bradley and I'm the head coach of the Minnetonka boys swim team. We had a number of great things happen this year, but before I get into that, many thanks to all of our athletes, our parents, the admin staff who helps us out, and our coaches, including assistant coaches Wes Schultz and Sarah Bilski, as well as the sectional diving coach of the year, Sam Freitas. Team had an incredible season. We had a number of All-American swims at the end of the year, and we had 8 academic All-Americans as well. We won the True Team section meet, the True Team state meet, the MSHSL 2AA section meet, and we also managed to pull out 3rd place overall at the MSHSL High School Class AA state meet. It was an amazing year. Thank you so much for listening.
Hello, my name is Trey Maroney. I'm a sophomore at Minnetonka, and I've been a diver on the swim and dive team for the last 4 years. I think the most impactful thing for me while being on the dive team were the people that surrounded me. This includes my coaches and the older divers that I looked up to for the past 3 years. This year, I'm proud of us divers for working hard every day, improving, and I'm proud of myself for finally being able to compete at a state tournament. And I thank you guys for making this a great school.
Congratulations to the following student athletes for your accomplishments at state: Myung Hai Choi, Brian Didi, Lucas Edwards, Vic Kurup, Max Louie, Trey Maroney, Ryan McGurk, Graham Mensch, Henry Rosenhagen, Daniel Shellstead, Spencer Tabor, Carson Whitty, and Evan Whitty. The girls hockey team had an incredible season that ended in a thrilling state championship game where they took second place. The team is coached by head coach Tracy Casano with support from assistant coaches Mike Casano, Christina Lee Beloy, Amanda Cullen, and Troy Iverson. The team is also supported by student managers Lila Gilday, Chloe Miller, Sophie Stout, and Anna Swenson. Let's hear more about the girls' hockey season.
Hi, my name is Tracy Casano. I'm the head girls hockey coach. I wanted to congratulate all of our girls on an outstanding season. Our JV team went undefeated this year with a record of 24-0-1, which was phenomenal. Our varsity team made it to the state championship game, fell just short, so we were state runners up. But all the girls had just an amazing season. I'm so proud of all their accomplishments. We had 6 players that were all conference this season. We had 5 players that were all state. We had senior captain Olivia LaRoche, Ava Lindsay, Grace Sedura, junior captain, Ellie Kleppinger, and Josie Hemp earned all state awards this year. So proud of those individuals. We also were the Section 2AA champions, not only on the ice, but we were the Section 2AA champion, academic champion, and we were also the state AA academic champions. Super proud of the kids with all their accomplishments. Great job, girls.
My name is Layla Hemp, and I'm in 9th grade, and something that was really special to me and impacted me was when I got to go in the quarterfinals of a state game and play 10 minutes. That was really meaningful to me. And as a team, I'm just really proud of everyone of how hard we worked to get where we got this season, and I love everyone so much. The support was crazy. We had lots of ups and downs, but we all pulled through and did our best and got second, so I can't wait for next year.
Congratulations to the following student athletes for your state achievement: Alex Alvarez, Lindsay Avar, Kendra Dystad, Bella Finnegan, Lauren Goldsworthy, Josie Hemp, Layla Hemp, Sophia Johnson, Lauren Carl, Ellie Klebinger, Olivia LaRoche, Grace Larson, Senya Leeper, Ava Lindsay, Lauren Mack, Kate Manning, Ruby Rock, Molly Ryan, Grace Sedura, and Ellie Zakrashek. Several Minnetonka students placed highly at the state fencing competition this winter, including 3 students who placed in individual events. Additionally, the men's foil team placed 2nd overall, and the women's saber team placed 3rd overall. Fencing is an extracurricular activity offered through Minnetonka Community Education. The team is coached by Maria Benford and Tim O'Brien. Now we'll hear more about Minnetonka fencing.
I'm Josh Benish from Minnetonka Community Education, and I help facilitate the high school fencing program. With the help of their head coach, Maria Benford, the fencing team was able to grow tremendously, and we had 54 middle school and high schoolers on the team this year. Most of these participants were able to compete in the high school championships in February with some great results. Nolan Ches placed 2nd overall in men's foil. Melissa Nelson placed 4th place overall in women's foil. Elizabeth Molnow placed 4th place overall in women's saber. The men's foil team placed 2nd place overall, and the Minnetonka women's saber team placed 3rd place overall. I am happy and proud of where this team has gone and hope to continue to help grow this program.
Hello, my name is Will Martin. I'm one of the captains for the MHS fencing team. I thank you very much for recognizing the MHS fencing team and our performance this year at state. I am very proud of our performance this year. We did very well. And I'm also very proud of how many people have been showing up to tournaments and practices, and all the people who have been supporting us this way. I am very excited with our new rivalry with #1 in the state, Blake, and I just can't wait for next year.
Hi, my name is Braddock Hokinson, and I'm an 8th grader at East. A big moment for me in the Minnesota State Fencing Tournament was during our first match. We were behind by almost 10 points, and then our captain Nolan brought us back and tied it at match point, and then scored to win the match. I am proud that I was able to compete as an 8th grader and that our team finished 2nd place. We have amazing people and coaches on our team, and I want to say thank you to our coaches.
Something that I am proud of, or my highlight of the season, would probably be getting second place at the Minnesota State Tournament. And an event that surprised me was when Minnetonka got second place at state, and we were able to beat Twin Cities Fencing for the second place.
Highlight this year for me was getting fourth my first year at this Minnesota State Tournament, and I was really surprised when I fenced a nationally rated fencer, and I ended up actually getting that first point.
Good job, Melissa! Let's go!
During this year's fencing season, one of my highlights was seeing people that I've been working with since freshman year grow and improve during competition season.
Congratulations to the following students: Arthur Baysat, Nolan Cheds. Nolan placed second overall in men's foil. Braddock Hokinson, Piper Hoppy, William Martin, Elizabeth Molnow. Elizabeth placed fourth overall in women's saber. Melissa Nelson. Melissa placed fourth overall in women's foil. Sophia Runquist and Kayla Stevenson. Minnetonka Community Education hosted its first Tonka Top Chef competition this winter, and students from all 6 of our district elementary schools competed. Here's a short video showcasing the day of the event.
We're going to be looking at the presentation of your dishes at the very end. We're going to be, of course, tasting everything. The skill and the procedure that you have used to come up with your creations this morning, and the time management. But most importantly, we want you guys to have fun cooking.
I'm so excited for all of you. Let's agree to just have fun. You know, pressure is what you make it. This is really all just about having fun and getting together and doing something cool on a chilly morning.
Hi, my name is Graydon Deezer, and I'm in 4th grade, and I was so excited when my mom announced that Community Ed is holding a Tonka Top Chef competition, because I have always wanted to be in one of those competitions that you see everywhere, because I have loved and have been cooking all my life, so it has just been a dream to be in one of those competitions, and I finally got in one and won it.
Hi, my name is Maggie, and I'm a 4th grader at Groveland Elementary. I made a French omelet for the Top Chef competition. I am most proud of how I was able to problem solve under pressure. Thank you, Minnetonka Schools.
Hi, my name is Josie Michaelson, and I'm a 5th grader at Minnetonka Elementary. I was lucky enough to be a part of the Minnetonka Top Chef competition, and I managed to get 3rd place. The best part of preparing for this competition was spending time cooking with my family, and my omelet skills are now epic.
Congratulations to the following students who earned top places in the competition. Graydon Deesner from Groveland Elementary was first, Maggie Larson from Groveland Elementary was second, and Josie Michaelthon from Minnetonka Elementary was third. We'd also like to thank the guest judges for their help with the competition. Megan Newquist from KSTP, Kurt Carpenter, our Clear Springs Elementary principal, and Gary Izell, the chef at Joey Nova's in Hazelwood. That concludes our recognition program this evening. Thank you for joining us. The school board meeting will begin shortly.
Good evening. I'd like to call the April 7th, 2022 school board meeting to order, please. Let's all rise and say the pledge to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Welcome, everybody. Can I have a motion to adopt the agenda?
So moved.
Second? Second. Lisa, John? Any additions? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Our first agenda item is our school report from Community Education. Dr. Peterson.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, it's always a pleasure to have a report from Community Education. And here tonight is Executive Director Tim Litvin. So Tim, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Peterson, and good evening. Mr. Chair, board members, good evening. Thank you for having us here tonight. I'm joined by two dynamic all-star community education coordinators, and Jenny Fedorka and Molly Bonneman, and you'll hear from them shortly. But to get us started tonight, we're going to have a little more fun and check out this video. Thank you. Good evening, school board members, Dr. Peterson, and community. My name is Tim Litvin, Executive Director of Community Education. I've got with me some Community Education All-Stars, both in programming and in volunteering. And we're about to hear their great stories. So thanks for allowing us to be part of your meeting tonight.
Hi, my name is Graydon. I'm 9 years old and I go to Groveland.
Hello, my name is Ross Luer and I'm the head school chaperone for Tonka Ski and Snowboard Club at MME.
My name is Dustin Tower. I am a parent here of two lovely daughters, one who's in the 4s preschool and one who's in the pre-3s. I'm also a member of the PTO and joined this past fall.
Hello, I'm Ron Olson. Just wrapped up a stint as the high school head chaperone for the ski club. Second year doing that. Current legacy rider of the Tour de Tonka.
Hi, my name is Sandra. I have 2 kids in the district, an elementary child and a middle schooler.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Wolf. I have a 5-year-old Wyatt and a 3-year-old Ava who have been through MCE.
I won first place in the Tonka Top Chef competition.
One of the great things about being involved in all of these activities is that community component of things.
We moved into the district back in 2019. We chose Minnetonka schools because of the reputation of the district, and going into it, we had high expectations for the teachers and the staff that we'd have here, and at every point along the way, they've exceeded our expectations.
We've been involved since about 2013 when my eldest was 3 years old and I found a basketball program that he could be involved with. Since then, we have taken so many courses, the summer programs, after school enrichment. It's all been amazing.
We became customers of MCE about 15 years ago when my wife started bringing our children to ECFE classes here. And since then, our children have done everything from astronaut camp to princess dance class. And they've enjoyed all the activities, the wide variety of activities here at MCEC.
My favorite memory in community education is probably sitting there waiting for them to announce first place for the Tonka Top Chef competition and just hearing with a perfect score of 60 out of 60, Graydon Diesner.
It's coaching the Tonka T-ball kids just because of the chaos that happens at that age group, and how wonderful it was just to hear the things they would say and the things how they all slowly kind of gelled together to be buddies, and how that hopefully that continued on with time.
The joy that my kids have coming out of their classes, they have always been really shy, and so anytime that they come home and they're excited about something that happened at school, I'm always so excited to hear about a new friend that they made, some memory that they had of their teacher, just being so proud of them.
My kids were so thrilled to see themselves on the cover of the Minnetonka Community Ed catalog. I was thrilled too. It was like a huge honor and like a big thrill for our family.
One of my favorite memories of MCEC was the proud look of accomplishment that was on our children's faces when they finished the Tonka Youth Triathlon.
The funniest memory is I was picking my older daughter up from school. The wonderful outdoor learning center that's here is exactly what our girls love to play in. They love to get dirty. They love to just experiment with things. And as I walked up to pick my daughter up, no one was wearing any of their outdoor clothes anymore. They were covered in mud because we had just had a little bit of a melt. They were mud painting, and the sidewalk was scattered with all of the gear that all the kids had, and the kids were loving it. Everyone was giggling, their faces were covered in mud. The teacher was a little flustered trying to organize all the mittens and hats and various items to make sure everyone knew what they were, but just seeing the joy of all the kids that they were outside getting dirty, playing, and really that's what we want at this age with our daughters. We just want them to have fun and enjoy what they're doing here.
Weren't they great? This is just a small example and a wonderful example of all the good things going on in community education today. Thank you for being with us tonight. Appreciate the opportunity. One more new thing coming to community education is a playground right out front. An iconic spot right on Vine Hill Road is our current playground, and we're actively working on this for a summer install, so we're looking forward to that, and invite you to a ribbon cutting on September 1st with the open house and back to school. That'll be coming sooner than we think, because that's how fast summer goes. One thing we do every year in community education, starting just a few years ago, is we send many surveys during the year, but we send one survey once a year, and that's this 2-question survey, and you can see the results thereof. And again, we're very pleased with these. Number 4 is where we want to be. 4 is what Learn says is a good rating in any of these, and so we're above 4. We're happy about that, always striving to get better, of course. Something else, I'll turn over to Jenny Bedurka. She'll walk you through some other information.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, Dr. Peterson, members of the board. Thanks for the opportunity to be here. I'm going to share a little recap of some of the fun we've been having this winter and spring. So we'll start with Ski and Snowboard Club, which is always very popular. This year we were able to be back to bigger numbers. Last year we operated at 50% capacity. So we had 935 skiers and snowboarders starting in 4th and 5th graders went during the week to Highland, and then our middle school and high school students were off on Friday nights. So it was a great season. We also had a big basketball season, just short of 1,600 players from K through 12 playing on the weekends and practicing in the gyms. Had a great season. It was great to have spectators back in the gyms fully, and another great staple of our winter programming. You heard a little bit about our first Tonka Top Chef competition. So it was just a really fun experience. We asked students to submit a video of them cooking something of their choice, and then we chose 12 to come to the high school on February 12th, and they all had to cook an omelet that was then presented to the judges for review. And as you saw, Graydon was our first place winner, but it was really fun. We had families come, taking photos, and the kids did such a great job. It was just a really unique event for us that we hosted the first time. We had a great time. We also held a winter chase. That was the second year we've done that, and it was kind of an outdoor adventure race for an adult and child to participate in together. We held that on kind of the Deep Haven Elementary and MCEC campus, and had 18 teams that competed, and we kind of played on the Olympic theme this year, which was a great time. And last but not least is our ice fishing tournament, which takes place on Carson's Bay. We've been doing that for years, and we get a lot of great support from the high school fishing team to help the young folks who come out to fish. And we had another great day. It was a little chilly, but they still came out and had a lot of fun. And that was kind of the wrap-up of our winter events as we move into some things coming up this spring that we'll talk about in a little bit. And I will turn it back over to Tim.
Thank you, Jenny. Coming up real soon is the second opportunity for Minnetonka Community Education to induct Hall of Fame members. This started in 2020, and so you can see the class of 2022 in front of you with Margaret Caldwell, Mary Hall, and Steve Pye, and you're all invited to that great event coming up in just a little over 2 weeks. We know from research that the 35 to 44-year-old female of the house is the decision maker when it comes to programming. And so we did a little more research on that known data point, and we found out that indeed that is the most active group with our Facebook and Instagram group as well. And so that proves out true right there. Then we took that a little further and we invited many of that representative group to initiative with a virtual audience, and we wanted to do this for the last 2 years in person, but it just couldn't happen. So I said, let's do it virtually. We did, and we learned several things from this group. We had a group of 7,067 that we could draw upon. That's how many that were in that group. And we invited a representative sample of them. We asked them several questions. We did some individual breakout rooms with them. It was a lot of fun. And they rated us overall of our programming 4.38, which was very good. And then there's a couple of quotes that I like from that group. We love MCE's variety of options, reasonable pricing, convenient times and locations. And then the next one is talking about the catalog. And it's an old, argument, if you will, but it's always a conversation and a talker with us. With the age of digital everything, this is still number one. They want this. It's proven time and time again, and it came out loud and clear that night as well. The catalog is what they look for first of all. Then the top customer event is something that we've done a few years ago. We did a little more research into that, and so we'll start with a little trivia question for the board members tonight. And when we researched the 2021 customers this past year, the number of classes that one family took, what do you think, 36 or 44? What's your guess, board members? Big prizes on the line?
44.
44. You guys are a smart group, of course. 44. That's how many classes one family took in the year 2021. There were 3 families that took 30 or more classes, and then there was 9 families that took 13. So a lot of participation for families. And that leads us into this next data point, which was in 2021, we had participants from across the country. And that's amazing. That's really good. A lot of them, of course, with Tour de Tonka, but with our online classes and things like that, some people are reaching out that haven't reached out before. We have yet to crack the Rocky Mountain range, so we're looking for a little help from board members. We don't know how to do that. We might have to send someone out there to do a little research. So this next slide is really an interesting one for us, and it's drawing more conversation, and it will continue to draw more conversation. The black line is a 5-year average, not counting this year, of revenue in community education. And you can see where that lies. The blue line that's kind of fallen back by 20%, that's that tough year of 2021 in revenue. And everything we did was really about 20% off on average. And that's held true right here, what you can see. The orange line is this past year, 2 years ago, when we were on pace to have our best year ever with participation in revenue. And of course, March fell apart in 2020. But the great news here that I wanted to share with the board and the community tonight is that bright yellow line, because that's this year. And so parents are actively coming back. They want to be part of something again, and we're certainly welcoming them back with open arms. So that's good news report to share with all of you tonight, and I'll turn it back over to Jenny Bedurka.
All right, well, building off of Tim's data that things are going well, we had a record opening day for summer registration. We opened on February 15th and had 2,861 registrations just that day, and things continue to go strong. In years past, we've sent out a planning guide to families, usually after spring break. And so this year we're sending a postcard out to families, and we have online a week-by-week planning guide. So if you're looking for something specifically the week of July 4th, you can see the camps and classes that are available. So we typically see a nice big boost after spring break. Folks are getting ready to finalize their summer plans. So hopefully everyone's receiving those in their mailboxes soon. Just wanted to highlight a few new things happening this summer. We've been doing a lot more with table tennis. So we have a team at the high school of students who are interested in playing that. They're meeting a couple days a week after school. We've had a couple of table tennis tournaments. One's coming up this spring on May 14th. And we also have some summer programs as well. We've got a family game night that's going to be at Thorpe Park. So they'll be doing different games each week in the evenings. We also are doing some adapted recreation sports samplers for youth. So based on some feedback from families, they were interested in some adapted specific programming. So we're working with student support services to offer them in alignment with ESY this summer. And we'll also have a set of camps in August. So that's something new that we're excited to work with some district staff to roll out. And we have a lot of great theater programs. Prairie Fire is kind of a group that comes into town. It's a week-long camp, and then they have a big performance at the end. And we have not been able to run those camps for the last few summers because of COVID, but they will be back for 2 different sessions this summer. And last, I just want to highlight Project SOAR, which is a program that's for adults with disabilities. And we have continued to see those students be able to come back and participate. Programs are going really well. And something unique this year, we've had the opportunity to partner with the SAIL program. We've been offering classes at that location. We've also engaged a lot of students from that program into our programming as well. So that's been a nice new partnership started this year. And I will turn it over to Molly.
Good evening, Mr. Chair, members of the board, Dr. Peterson. I'm Molly Bonneman. I have not stood before you before, so hi. I had COVID the last time we were here, so it's nice to be here. Minnetonka Preschool is doing fantastic. I think I have the best job in the district, but I'm a little biased. Our registration is looking really well for next year. We're at 295 registrations as of today. We have 2 really interesting new offerings for next year. We are going to pilot a immersion preschool section and a nature preschool section. The immersion preschool section is full, and the nature preschool section is filling up fast. You'll see 2 new ways that we're starting to bring people information about who we are and what we have to offer. You'll see some yard signs about proud parents of MCEC and ECFE. And then we have some billboards that are going up. There's an ECFE one with really cute babies. It says, because they don't come with instructions, and a preschool one as well. Explorer's also doing really well this year. As of the 6th, we were at 1,267 kiddos for next year. So you can see there's a lot of demand for that before and after school, and then for our all-day care that we offer for juniors. Firecracker registration opened, and we're at 27 for first day, which is really great in comparison. 2021 was an anomaly because we had to wait to open. We didn't know if we were going to be able to have the event. Our Tour de Tonka registration is open, and we're at 64, which is in alignment with where we've been before, and again, the anomaly of 221. We have some great events coming up this summer. The Tonka Trail Trot will be on Thursday, May 5th. The Youth Try is on Saturday, May 21st. 4th of July, Firecracker in Excelsior. And then the Mud Run is on Saturday, July 9th. And Tour de Tonka is on Saturday, August 6th.
Thank you, board members. There was a little sneak peek there of t-shirts. I can't show you too much of that because nobody else has seen those before, so I'll turn away from that. But any questions at all for any of us? And thank you for the opportunity this evening.
Thank you. Any questions from the board? Lisa?
Just a comment, thanks for the great presentation, and I'm so glad to see how well all of the great community ed programming is bouncing back after COVID. I know it was sorely missed by people in the community, and so it's really wonderful that you have all these great leading indicators of how successful the upcoming months are going to be. So congratulations to everybody, because I know you kind of had to hang in there for a little while. So
yeah, we had fingers on the chalkboard for a while, but
yes.
Thank you for that comment. I appreciate it, Lisa, and I know my staff does as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Lisa. Anybody else? Thank you. Thank you for a great presentation. Like Lisa said, it's great to see the community coming back and supporting community education and all the great programming that we have. So thank you.
Have a great rest of the evening.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. We have now reached the time for community comments. Community comments is an opportunity for the public to address the school board on an item included in this agenda in accordance with the guidelines printed on the reverse. Anybody wish to speak at community comments? All right. Our next agenda item is the acceptance of Minnetonka Foundation's teacher grants. Dr. Peterson.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, members of the board. As you know, each year for over 20 years, the foundation has given teacher grants for various size projects that teachers apply for throughout the winter part of the year. And they've actually, some of these projects have become things that the district does for a lot of classrooms. So they've really led a lot of innovation over the years with their work. And the district helps work through each of the projects to make sure that, you know, we don't have a $5,000 project that costs $15,000 to wire and all that. So, or if it does, we know we're committing to that. So it's just been a great partnership, and teachers are enthused about the opportunities each year. And so I'd like to give the foundation a chance to say a few words before you approve the grants tonight.
Perfect. Thank you, school board members, Dr. Peterson, esteemed guests. Brought a guest tonight. I don't know if you have met her yet, but our new executive director, Jill Howe of the foundation. Once again, I'm Troon Dowds. I'm the chair of the Teacher Grant Committee. We're honored to present for your approval this year, totaling 41 grants, 39 unique ones, $58,000, $367 worth of grant applications. They cover every school in the district as well as Tonka Online this year. Overall, we had received 53 requests seeking over $160,000 in grants. And after careful consideration, the foundation board has proposed what you've seen in front of you for the 41 grants. We consider ourselves very fortunate to be able to work as a partner with the district, support our amazing students and our amazing teachers. And just as a side note, it's been a little bit over 30 years now since the foundation has been around. And with this, we will total over $1.2 million of teacher grants that have gone back into the district. A special note, the Minnetonka Alumni Association has sponsored 5 of these grants that were presented to you through their own fundraising efforts, totaling over $3,700. So we will be notifying the grant recipients tomorrow, as a matter of fact, if approved tonight. And then we are optimistic that we will have an in-person recognition event again this year on May 9th. You'll see invitations, and we hope you can join us for that. So we are asking for the school board approval for these grants. Pretty much concludes my presentation, and I'm happy to stand for questions and comments.
Sure. Can I have a motion to accept the Minnetonka Foundation's teachers grants as presented?
So moved.
Katie, second. Lisa? Comments or discussion or questions? Lisa?
Just a comment, thanks for all your great work. I know it's really hard to sift through all of these grants, and I love to see the wide variety of, you know, areas that are touched, and even, you know, as you mentioned, online and grants for our SAIL program as well, which is new. You know, you've got curricular things and social emotional learning things and immersion things and outdoor things, and so it's just really, really fabulous to see the wide breadth and depth of what you've got. So thanks for being such a great partner.
Yeah, thank you. It's exciting for us every year to see what comes in and what's going to be going forward into the schools.
Thank you, Lisa. Anyone else? Katie?
Yeah. Just a special thanks to all the teachers that have applied to really broaden the curriculum in there and the experience for the students, but really thanks to the community members who have helped to fundraise through the awesome events that the foundation puts on, and then really to the trustees, the board of trustees that you have at the foundation for all the work that they do. It is great to see the commitment and everything brought into the classroom experience for our teachers to really broaden that experience. So just a huge thanks, big gratitude to everybody. Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Katie. Anybody else? Megan?
I just wanted to highlight something you mentioned in the presentation about it allows teachers to try out something that sometimes gets adopted by the whole district. So I just wanted to highlight that aspect of it because I think it's really a great way to kind of bring in some new innovation and might not get to do that without programs like this. So it's appreciated.
Great. Anyone else? Thanks, Megan. We've been moved and seconded. No more questions. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Our next agenda item is the adoption of the 2023-2024 calendar. Dr. Peterson.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, the district has adopted a calendar 2 years out for several years so that families can plan their vacations and all of that around the school schedule. And so Dr. Mike Cyrus has led the work on the calendar again this year. So this is for the 23-24 calendar. So Dr. Cyrus, I'll have you walk through the decision the committee has made and recommendations.
Well, thank you, Dr. Peterson, members of the board. Good to be with you. So in your packet is a graphic of the calendar for 23-24, so not for next school year, the next school year. And just some highlights there for you. The first day, a work day back for teachers is going to be Tuesday, August 29th. And then the first day for kids is the day after Labor Day, Tuesday, September 5th. We've worked with the committee to set the winter break, and that the first full day off is Thursday the 21st, but at the end of the day on Wednesday, kids will be out and teachers. First day back after the holiday will be January 2nd. The spring break is going to be the first full week of April, and I hope that there will be spring at that time. It doesn't feel like it now. And the last day for students is going to be Friday, June 7th, and the last day for teachers would be the Monday immediately after that, June 10th. And then you'll see on the red colors on that graphic the dates of the late arrivals and early dismissals and late arrivals on the calendar. The ends of the quarters are there. The good thing is the committee came together and having a consensus in terms of balancing the number of days in each quarter, so you'll see that they're pretty darn equal right down the line there. And 173 student contact days and 184 days for the teachers.
Great. Can I have a motion to approve the 2023-2024 calendar as presented?
So moved.
Katie, second?
Second.
Megan? Questions or discussion for Dr. Cyrus?
I had a question.
Yeah, Megan.
At the study session, we looked at, there was a list of kind of holidays, and we had talked about there were a couple with errors, but I don't see that in the packet. So is that still being worked on, or is that not part of the?
Yes, Ms. Sandra, that's a constant kind of work in progress,
Okay.
because as you know, it's like there were some holidays that were even marked on there that are that we don't really know the exact date that they're going to fall. So this is the official calendar. This is all we would present at a meeting like this for you guys to adopt. But know that we're continuing to build on that calendar and those holidays and everything like that, so that it's more of an educative piece, and that it'll be there available for staff, and that'll just be part of our normal protocol to get things ready each time.
Okay.
Thank you. Anyone else? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Dr. Cyrus, and thank you to the members of the calendar committee as well. Yep, thank you. Our next agenda item is the approval of nutrition services lunch prices for fiscal year 2023. Dr. Peterson.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, we have the board set our meal prices each year for the student program, nutrition program. And the last 2 years, we've had the federal government providing meals for everyone. We believe that that's probably going to end as a general practice, although once that's sort of program is out there, it's hard to pull it back. So either the state or federal government may increase their participation in the future to kind of make that a better deal for all students. But we have had costs go up, and so we feel like we need to increase the price. So Mr. Bourgeois is here tonight to talk through the rationale for that increase. Paul?
Thank you, Dr. Peterson. Mr. Chair, members of the board. The reason we're asking for this increase in lunch prices is to be prepared for next year. We don't believe that the federal government is going to be picking up meals again like they did the last 2 years. If they do, of course, then the meal prices for the student lunches for elementary, middle, and high school would not be in effect. But the adult lunches will be in effect and always are in effect because those aren't covered by the federal government. But I'm sure you've all probably had the opportunity to walk through the aisles of Cub or Costco or wherever, and as you're filling up your cart, what cost $100 is probably costing $125 or $130, $150, and that same thing is impacting our food prices. So we are asking for a 15 cent increase for the for each of the meal prices for student lunch, and then guest lunches is going up to 35 cents to $4.50, which it's about the price of a medium latte at Starbucks. And milk we would be holding flat. It's an important thing. Compared to Jane Bender, our supervisor of student nutrition services, who's here in attendance tonight. Thank you, Jane. She's been doing a great job. I kind of jokingly say that this year every day's been Halloween in nutrition services because they're always working with a skeleton crew. It's been so hard to get people to work, but they've been doing what they can and trying to make sure everybody gets fed. But Jane did a meal survey for us, and in terms of the elementary lunch, we'd be there's an outlier of $2.65. Otherwise, we're right in the middle at 310 of the districts around us. Middle school lunch, we would be at 320. And again, there's one outlier at 285, but then of the other ones, we're actually right in the middle of the other four. And then for a high school lunch at 340, we're basically right in the wheelhouse of that also, right at the average of 348. So we'd ask you to approve this, and this will allow us, we believe, at least to hold the fort. If we do run a deficit because of rising food prices, rising fuel prices that drive the food prices, we do have a fund balance that should be able to absorb anything that this would not cover.
Good. Any questions for Mr. Bourgeois? Can I have a motion to approve the proposed meal prices for fiscal year 2023 as presented?
So moved.
Lisa, second?
Second.
Katie? Any discussion? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Our next agenda item is the approval of policy 412, employee expense reimbursement. Dr. Peterson.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, we presented this for a first reading at the last study session, and you asked that it be moved forward for consideration for approval tonight. So Mr. Bourgeois is here to talk through a little bit of that and ask for your approval.
Thank you, Dr. Pearson. Mr. Chair, members of the board, this is actually a small tweak in this policy just related to the consumer price index increases since 2004, actually. This policy was put in place in September of 2004. It is very well written. Everything is still valid in it. And the only change that we're asking is for the daily per diem limit for meals to be increased. And there's a $50 per diem limit that was set way back in 2004. We pulled the information from the Consumer Price Index from 2004, back in September of 2004 when the policy was set as at 178.6. As of February of 2022 was at 260.3, which is an increase of 81.7 points, or about 46%. So what we're doing is we're recommending that we would basically adjust this up related to the consumer price index to $75, and that would be more in line with the pricing that is now inherent kind of in the restaurant industry or places, you know, where you might go to buy a lunch for if you're away on you know, staff development. We are having more staff development as the economy opens up. People are going to be going for more professional development to various places and stuff, so it would be appropriate to adjust this at this time if you see fit. Thank you.
Thank you, Paul. Can I have a motion to approve the update to policy 412 employee expense reimbursement as presented? Move. John, second?
Second.
Katie? Any discussion or questions? All in favor, please say aye.
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 Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bishop. Can I have a motion to adopt the consent agenda?
So moved.
Lisa, second?
Second.
Katie? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Light speed today. Board reports. Does anybody have a report? Coming off of spring break, absolutely. Superintendent's report, Dr. Peterson.
Mr. Chair, members of the board, I don't have a lengthy report, but I'd remind the board that 2 months from yesterday is graduation. So it's coming up fast, and the year has gone rather quickly, I think. And so we've got some prime learning ahead for the next 2 months and some testing and so forth. So it should be close to kind of a usual pattern for school year. And this week, everybody's back doing business and doing well. So we'll get some COVID numbers next week that kind of reflect what impact spring break might have had, if any. And you know, we don't anticipate any problems. That's all I have.
Good. Any questions? Any announcements? Seeing none, can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Lisa, second?
Second.
Megan? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. We are adjourned.